our 3-year-old, so children do discover their own genitalia pretty early on in life. Boys, because theirs has become basically like a plaything. I don't know.
Especially when you're trying to potty train.
It's
actively in the forefront of their brain.
Yeah, so they're constantly like, where's my wiener? So, my son's new
Don't
thing.
touch my willy.
There's a song for that.
That is a song.
That's a song, but it's about music. But it's...
I don't remember what the words are. I may have been close.
It's a Kevin Fowler song.
Oh, is it?
I love you, Kevin Fowler. If you ever listen, I totes you. Anyways, back to the story. So my son goes to the bathroom and he needs help putting his underwear back on because at 3-year-old, apparently, we can take our underwear off inside out, but we can't seem to put it back on.
Or find the right leg. Or put both legs through the same hole.
I think at this point, we just don't want to try. He put on his socks the other day just fine, but he can't put on his underwear, please. So, I was like, let's put on your underwear. He's like, no, I know, put on my underwear. I said, you have to put on your underwear. We're at home. We wear our underwear. And he goes, no, I make my wiener big. And I said, hands off your wiener. Like, as he's, like, tugging it. And I was like, hands off. And he goes, no, I make him big. And I was like, no, he likes to be small.
Oh, my goodness.
He likes to be small.
Some kind of mental illness.
And so, put the underwear on. He leaves it alone, right? But big wieners is now a problem in our house. Damn kids can kill a mood. That's all I'm going to say. Big wieners. So, parents.com, though, has 9 surprising truths about postpartum sex after birth. So I found that their title funny because postpartum literally means after birth, but then they say postpartum sex after birth. Like,
yeah,
they said it twice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's the nerd in me. Anyways, I'm sorry.
It is parents.com. You can't be too harsh.
I don't know. I figure like parents.com.
They're busy.
Could at least get the title right.
You know what? It's spelled correctly.
It was spelled correctly, yeah.
These are parents. Give them a break.
Maybe. I laughed. I hope you laugh. Anyway, but their guides, nothing in the vagina.
Oh.
That means fingers, toys, penises, etc. for at least 4 to 6 weeks. I will agree with that because you don't want anything. You're not going to want anything in that vaginal vicinity for a while.
I was so stressed with my kid in the hospital. Everything was a blur.
Like, that's the last thing that you think about is, let's have sex.
So
some women might be different, but that's not the first place my mind went. It's not going to feel good at first, right? Your estrogen is low. It affects elasticity, right? So because everything is so tight, it is not pleasant for the male either. It doesn't want to
stretch.
So, again, lube and time. Your libido could be lower. We've talked about that, right? You can have a spike when you're pregnant, but it can also take a plummet when you are postpartum. Your body structure will change. So we've talked about this in other episodes where your tendons stretch, your hips aren't sitting exactly where they were, that kind of stuff. They do say Pilates can help because that is a type of exercise where you're literally strengthening your tendons. There's online webisodes for people who want to do that. I don't like working out, so I'm just going to live with my loose hips, personally.
I really like this woman, and now that I bring it up, I can't remember her name right now, but she's on the YouTube, and it's called Baby Yoga, and she'll do, like, little storylines with her yoga, and I have a lot of fun doing that with my little one, and she's, I assume, some form of British, or I'm not sure.
She has an accent, yeah.
She has an accent. I don't know where she's from, but I love her.
Yeah.
And apparently millions of other people love her because there's millions of views of every single episode.
Yeah. And it's a good, safe, generally, exercise that you can do to help strengthen your body without working out, per se.
Yeah.
So, totally recommend that. Physical intimacy is still important. We said that, right? Like, cuddling, kissing, making out. Those can all be just as intimate as sex.
Be careful of the nipples if you're breastfeeding.
Nobody's allowed to touch the nipples when you're breastfeeding.
Like, the whole boob hurts.
Yeah, don't let them touch it. Quickies will be your best friend after your baby is born. Because guess what? Nap time.
Yes.
The only time you're going to get. First thing in the morning, first thing at night. I have a 10 o'clock rule. Anything after 10 o'clock ain't happening. That's a 10 o'clock rule.
That's interesting.
I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock. If you better be sending them smoke signals before 10 o'clock. Because at 10 o'clock, I'm like,
the fire's out.
The fire's out. The shop is shut down. We are closed. So, 10 o'clock. That's a personal preference. You might have an 11 o'clock, but it's okay. They do recommend trying sex at different times of the day. So afternoon naps become afternoon delights. You get it? Like the song?
Yep.
Afternoon delight. I don't know. I just know it from the TV show Glee because...
Oh, I was thinking Anchorman. Two totally different things.
Oh, we were going totally different places. I just remember the counselor being like, it's a sweet song about having an afternoon delight. And everybody's like, it's about sex. And she's like, no! It's totally about sex, in case you're wondering. But afternoon delight, afternoon nap time. Sex. It can be even better than it was before. Like most women apparently report more intense orgasms.
It might be just because all of your nerves have kind of gone to that area because your nerves can migrate and grow.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it has to do with. It's everything constricting to that area, blood flow to that area, like everything. So, sex can be even better. So when you're ready, man, it could be good. But give yourself the time to heal mentally and physically. Because if you don't want sex today, you will want it again. Like, it's a thing. You're going to want it at some point. And maybe it's just how it's presented could help. I don't know.
Correct the smoke signals.
Yeah, get your smoke signals correct, right? Like, you're sending up the flames.
And
Make
maybe
sure they're
you
responding.
need some wine with a creamy finish. Now y'all know where that joke came from.
Nah, creamy finish. I don't know that I say this has a creamy finish.
I don't know.
I
think of like a creamsicle after it's been melted.
That's what I was thinking. And I'm like, this does not taste like a creamsicle.
No.
This does not taste like a creamsicle. I mean, the wine is pleasant. Do not mistake that at all. But it is definitely not creamy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know what they're referring to. I mean, it's aight. Would I drink
It's pretty good.
I think this would be better in the summertime.
Maybe. It's spring.
We're like, we can't decide what weather we're having right now.
Yeah, true.
Like today it's windy and cold. What the hell is this about? Like,
well, we live in Texas. We should be used to that.
But I like keep sipping it and I'm like, I don't know where they got creamy. I don't understand where they got creamy from.
I don't know, but it's perfect for our episode.
It worked.
It says linear core throughout the creamy finish. Linear core.
I don't feel a linear core either.
I don't know, but
it makes me think of
reminds me of my
penis
cacti.
It's like, it makes me think of a penis, and we got penis cactus sitting on our table. So my mind's constantly in the gutter today. You're welcome. But that wraps up today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our wine and motherhood adventure. Thank you for tuning in and turning up with us. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Mom's Guide 2. That's the number 2, wine. Leave us a love note, episode suggestion, or just say hi.
What's up?
This is Eliza.
And this is Rosie.
And we will be spilling with you soon. Just kidding. I can't get it to work.